everybody. This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and we are finally back with episode 4. I don't even really remember. It's been a minute since we did one of these. But we're back to talk about stuff that's been going on in the culture and just our society and whatever else. And with me, as always, is Mr. Dries Walker. Say what up.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming back to join us. If this is your first time, welcome to the Fearless Show. And it's just nice to be back.
Yeah, it's been a minute, basically all summer, man. But
right,
we've been working, man. We've definitely
hustling
been working.
hard.
Some things had to take priority, but we definitely been working, and we got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. For those of you that haven't been following necessarily what we have going on, we just brought on a bunch of people to the team.
A lot of new team members. We're going to have so much content coming out. A lot of writers, right?
Yeah, we really upped the content game. We brought in writers from all over the world. Not just all the country, but all over the world. And, and we're really excited to see where things go from there. There's already a couple posts up from some of the new team members already, so you can go ahead and check that out. But definitely be on the lookout for a lot more content coming your way. So first and foremost, let's just talk about that kind of what's been going on. So you've had a couple art shows this month, don't you?
Yeah. So so it's September right now, and it's basically the season opener for art season. So basically everybody takes a break kind of in the summertime. It's kind of weird, people on vacation, but then like September comes and then all the galleries put on big shows. But basically I got into a few shows. I'm just going to shout out Rush Arts Philly because I got into a show there. I submitted an application. Basically I'm one of maybe 17, but I have a piece up there that's 6 feet wide by 9 feet tall, and that's in Philadelphia right now. And I'm doing the Governor's Island Art Fair right now. And
right now, right?
Every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, from 11 to 6. And basically it's a $2 ferry ride, but then the fare is free. So that's all. It's just $2 to check out around 100 different artists, maybe between 190 something. But yeah, they all have their own private installations, and I was lucky enough to be one of 4 or 5 artists to be featured in, not to brag, but the motherfucking New York Times.
just a humble brag.
Just a humble. I don't give a
just
fuck.
Just a humble brag.
I was featured in the New York Times. A picture of my artwork was in the New York Times with my name under it.
Out of 100 artists, that's what's up.
Yeah. So I was the highlight of the month so far. That dropped September 1st, by the way, if you wanted to look up on the Times. The article's called the Art Fair for the 99%. That's what the Times is calling it. But yeah, that's not it though. There's some other heat coming. There's some heat coming. So if you're one of the
1%, you shouldn't go to this one?
Nah. If you're part of the 1%, you can come too. That's also a tagline. Let's not get it twisted. But then, not only am I doing the Philly show and the Governor's Island show, I got a show coming up in Havana, Cuba. It's a group show.
Havana, Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba. My first international show. Another big one. Major key alert. No, just... But yeah, a curator just happened to be doing some work at La Casa de las Americas in Havana, Cuba, near Havana. And basically she saw my work and liked the content and the material and hit me up. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's what's up. Big things, bro.
Yeah, man.
You gonna be flying out for that one?
Nah, I'm not gonna do it this time.
Ah, man.
It's only a
That'd be
couple little
dope.
small pieces. I only like to make those travel. I thought about it though. I was like, yeah, that would be the
That,
good look. But
that'd be dope.
yeah, but I do
Yeah,
have
man,
the
dog.
Governor's Island every weekend, so I basically already
Yeah,
scheduled for that. So they're conflicting.
that's
They're
what's
all
up.
happening at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's been
So,
going on with Dario?
I mean, season time again.
Yep.
Preseason mode right now, getting ready for this upcoming season. Back overseas, so it's like three something in the morning right now. Getting this show out for y'all,
Yep.
but yeah, man, just the grind. Other than that, bought a house,
Yeah, I seen you.
bought a
I was like,
car.
okay, you already had a car.
Just
You bought another car.
bought a new car. Just try to live right, man. Just trying to live right.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, man, you gotta treat
And
yourself while you're alive.
yeah, exactly. And really stepping shit up for living life fearless, man. For real, for real. Like I can't I can't tell everybody everything we got going on, but it's some big stuff, man. Like we're pretty excited about the direction everything's headed. Our numbers been popping this past week or so. Ever since we brought in some new writers and started upping the content and get back into the flow of things. So I'm really, really excited about this upcoming year. It's gonna be big for everybody involved, man.
Definitely. There's just so much coming. Like honestly,
So much. Wish I could tell y'all, but y'all just gonna have to wait and see, man.
stay tuned.
Definitely have to wait
Basically,
and see. Stay tuned.
subscribe,
Like
subscribe, so you don't forget, so you don't miss anything.
definitely subscribe, man. Definitely subscribe. We've been sporadic at points, where it's like every other day we go a week without. All that's done with every day. We hitting y'all with some new stuff every day.
Yeah, there's no more lows. Like we're just having so much. Just pay attention. I
Yeah,
trust there will be something you're interested in. Guaranteed.
every day, guaranteed. Go mode. But let's talk about I did just do the who's the best of the month
Mm,
voting. So let's talk about we'll say the music part, but we'll talk about some of the trailers.
right.
I don't know if you've seen them all yet,
I didn't get to
but
check out
here's the four
all of
that
them. Let's see. Hold up.
here's the four that selected right now. There's Mother, there's Loving Vincent, there's The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and there's Suburbicon. Out of the four trailers,
Mm,
um, I don't know if you heard Mother. I'm sure you probably heard about that popping up. It's
yeah, I
kind of
heard
getting
about it.
a lot of buzz. Starring Jennifer Lawrence and what's his name?
Ah,
Javier Bardem, I think is his name. How you say it? I'm not exactly
yeah, I
sure,
don't know
but
either, but I remember this. I saw an interview with Jennifer Lawrence talking about this movie, but this was months ago
it
before it came out. Now I know
the
what movie
tra-
you're talking about. Yeah.
the trailer is super interesting. I have no idea what the movie's gonna be about like at all, but I'm like intrigued.
Yeah.
It's like a thriller, but it's kind of like a horror, and
Yeah.
it's like just some super looking like some supernatural shit going on. It's just like
Right.
it's really hard to explain.
But of
Y'all
course,
just definitely have to
there's a
see it.
love interest. There's a love aspect to it. There's some interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, especially now. You got the film festival, the circuits going on, and all these movies making the rounds.
Yeah.
So definitely one to be looking out for. Then there's Loving Vincent. This one, I don't know if you heard about this one, but
Not too
it's
much.
the first fully animated movie that's all done with oil paintings.
Oh, that movie. Yo, they were hyping this movie up for a while.
It
Like when they first had like
it
a few good
looks
clips, they showed us. I seen this like a year and a half ago. Like a
yeah,
little.
it had to take years to
Oh, it
make.
took like this shit probably took at least like 7 years. Like fuck. And that's with a team, a squads on squads.
Like a hundred painters or something
Hell
they had
yeah.
like on this.
We're talking more than Jeff Koons and Kehinde Wiley and Paul McCarthy all put together. Their squads ain't got shit on Loving Vincent's squad.
Uh, it, it's crazy. Like when I saw it, I was blown away, man. It's about Vincent Van Gogh and his life,
Yeah.
and to really pay tribute to him, somehow this guy they decided to fully animate it with oil paintings, which is it absolutely looks stunning.
Oh
The
yeah.
animation just looks static. It doesn't look real. Like
It's
it
so
looks like
crazy.
it's been digitally created, but no, that's all hand
Right.
painted, bro.
I will say though that there is a heavy digital aspect, not on terms of the presentation, but like
Yeah,
they pretty much rotoscoped live action, which means they like filmed and then took the frame by frame. So like
and then went over
yeah,
it.
so they basically had the
Okay,
template.
I was about to say I don't know how they were
Yeah, so they
doing it
had the
by hand,
perfect. So
moving him
you
each.
print it out to scale, and there's probably these are all probably paintings on top of a photograph. Is what I'm
Okay,
assuming.
that would make a little more sense because that's still a
That's
lot
still,
of
you have
fuckload
to
of
think about
work.
it. The
But
average
it's
frame
like
is like 20. Well, I already see 24 frames per second. In an animation, without it to look super slow and glitchy, you need
yeah,
at least like 22. Like you can get by with like 16, but it's gonna look choppy. So a lot of people try to put in like 32. And that's crazy, And we're talking about per second.
it's
So if we're talking about 22, 24 frames per second, that's exactly how many paintings you have to make for 1 second.
well, it's looking real smooth. So I'm assuming they went with the 22, 23,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it,
that's what's
it,
so
it
crazy.
it's a first, man, and I don't think it'll ever be done again because I'm sure just that whole process is just insane. But
Right.
it's definitely something to look at. Like it's impressive, visually impressive.
Definitely. I can't wait. Looks like it comes out September 22nd in the States.
Yep. And then there's Suburbicon, Matt Damon's next film.
Mm.
It's kind of got like a Fargo vibe to it. About this guy in a small community getting involved with the mob and mafia and murder and stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically stuff that shouldn't be happening in that neighborhood.
Right.
And it's kind of like a dark comedy, so it's definitely got that Fargo vibe.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know. We'll see. It's like based in like the late 50s, early 60s area.
Yep.
So, it'll be a lot of
I'm excited for
yeah.
it. Matt Damon's he picks some pretty good movies, and it's directed by George Clooney actually.
Right. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty interested in that. This is like,
I'm interested.
yeah. Because I mean, I love the like
Fargo's
Ocean's
like
12 series. So I mean, like,
Fargo's like a one of my favorite cult movies, bro. Like for real. And then not just the movie, but then this TV show too. Like especially season 1.
oh yeah,
So any type of movie that kind of falls in that dark comedy that's still like violent but almost comically violent, like,
yeah.
that's like my type of movie, bro. So I'm excited to see it. Matt Damon's good. He hasn't let me down too many times.
Too many times.
And then the last one is The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
I don't know if I even heard about that one.
Yeah, it's from the director of Lobster. Of The Lobster. I don't know if you heard about that. His name is like Yorgos Lanthimos or something like that. It's starring Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman, and it's like a psychological horror.
Okay.
About like some doctor and some revenge and some like they don't tell you much about it in the trailer, but the trailer it'll give you chills, bro. Like it's a great trailer, great cut, and it got me interested off top. Not to mention it's produced by A24, which is probably one of my favorite production companies right now. They put out just a ton of interesting shit. So, real excited for that.
I mean, these all sound pretty good. We'll see which ones are better, which ones stand out, and which ones don't. Hopefully,
Matter of
become
fact,
too obvious.
you should just go ahead and watch The Killing of a Sacred Deer right now and tell me what you think. I'm interested to see.
Oh yeah, Killing of the
Yeah, go
Sacred
ahead.
Deer,
Go
man.
ahead and play that.
Man, that one sounds like out of the four, probably one of the lower two.
That's because you haven't seen the trailer yet.
I know, right? I don't know.
The trailer's the one is the thing that's gonna sell it, man.
It sounds pretty good though. So I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a better chance than I gave Kodak.
Yeah. Look, voting is still open, so well, I don't know when I'm gonna release the results. Probably next week. Sometime be the next week. So yeah, I have the end of this week to go through, watch the videos, watch the trailers, listen to the albums, and pick the best for August, man. But I'm telling you, that's definitely one you need to check out.
Yeah, who's the best?
Who's the best of August 2017? Who won last week? Meek Mill won last week from albums, and
that's right.
The Disaster Artist is the trailer I picked for last month. I don't know if you heard about that, but
nope.
Again, made from A24 production company.
Okay.
It stars Seth Rogen, James Franco, Dave Franco, and it's like a satire, not even a satire. It's really just like almost a straight up documentary of the making of The Room. I don't know if you heard of The Room. It's like arguably the worst movie ever made.
Oh, then I probably have heard of it. That's probably the one I know about that I never watched. But
it's like so bad that it's amazing, basically, and it's got a massive cult following, and like people watch it, like people gather like 100+ people just to watch the movie for like the 20th time.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Something like that. Like,
oh yeah, that's the one where like the actors like walk off camera, but like they just stand to the side and you can see their shadow, like they didn't even leave and shit. Like I think.
Yeah, and like the acting and the lines is just so bad that it's like it's almost unreal that it's real, but it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's 100%
like
real. 100% somebody
out.
made
like,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Director didn't take cut. Let's do that again.
It's like one of those movies that you gotta be able to know about, but you'll look really cool if you can tell somebody who knows. Like, yeah, I've seen The Room. It's kind of one of those, man. You just gotta see it.
Maybe
you just gotta see it and join the club, man.
Right. I do need to know all the little details I can joke about.
Oh, sticking with movies. Indiana Jones 5 will not feature Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is, man. Like, despite all his shit, I actually like Shia as an actor.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's the only time I can take him serious is when he's on camera. Like, I think he's great on camera.
He's great on camera.
Like,
he's great.
Like he's like amazing. Honestly, he's like, he could be my favorite actor if he acted more.
Yeah, but I just think people are at the point where like they don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, I feel you. He's on a whole nother like level than he used to be in terms of just like resume, but also just how crazy he is. Like, before it was like he was young, so like everybody put it on like being youthful and quirky, but now that he's like older, he's like, he seems more mad and like less quirky. So like it looks crazy sometimes. Like he just doesn't seem, from what we see in the media, is always a moment of him doing some crazy shit. Like he's got too many like weird moments, and I don't know if that's playing behind the scenes with back to rapping into Indiana Jones. Probably him either being too difficult to work with. They might have even started shooting and realized it was a bad idea, or they just asked for too much money.
They haven't started shooting. It's still in production, so like it hasn't actually finished the script or anything. But they've already come out and said that he won't be in it, just to make sure that everybody knows. And it's not that he's not in it because he's not in this movie specifically because he's hard to work with, even though he is, because he's a method actor, and
Yeah.
the motherfuckers can take it overboard sometimes. But
Oh yeah.
um, he's not on it because after Indiana Jones 4 came out, he trashed the movie. You know, he came out in interviews trashing the movie and trashing Steven Spielberg, and even Harrison Ford was like, he said he's a fucking idiot because you don't talk shit about the movie that you're in. You try to help it, like, and you can be critical of it without saying going as far as he did. So like that's why he's not in this one specifically.
Because he talked too much shit about his own project.
Yeah, so he Megan Foxed himself and basically played himself out of being possibly the future Indiana Jones.
Right.
Even though I don't think it was going to happen after Indiana Jones 4 anyways, because that movie there's so many problems with that movie. But that's for another story. Right.
Hopefully it's for the best of the franchise. Hopefully when they do make 5, it's not trash.
Well,
that's all I have to say.
I'm not so sure. We're going to get another extremely old Harrison Ford, so we'll see.
Yeah.
He's going to be almost 70 by time,
All right.
At some point, you got to either just let the franchise be or really find somebody to be next in it. Like, it's
for real. Pass the baton. His long lost son that he didn't know about needs to come in.
Let's see. Also, Star Wars and Lucasfilm, they have fired another director.
Oh, yeah?
This time, the director of Star Wars Episode 9, which obviously hasn't been started filming or probably finished being written, but they already fired him. The guy that they had picked. This is crazy. After they fired the 2 directors that were in charge of the Solo Han Solo film. Mm-hmm. Like 2 weeks before it was done wrapping. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
They don't play around, man. If you disagree with their vision, you're fucking out of there.
Right. They're like, well, sorry. That's crazy, though. That's so much money.
Yeah, they're not playing around. That's billions on the table. So, and one of the most, the most beloved franchise ever. So, like, you can't fuck that up. Even though I think they already did with episode, 7. But that's just my personal opinion.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
how excited are you for this next one?
I mean, 8 was pretty dope.
No, that wasn't 8. That was
not Rogue 8, but what the fuck were we calling? What was
Rogue
the last one? Rogue One. That was the last one, right?
Rogue One was hella fucking dope. I love that one.
That was dope. That was like,
but it's a
that was like for anybody.
But it's a spinoff.
I know that. We know that.
So they had more freedom to kind of, do it like they wanted to do.
But it was It was testing grounds for like
other spinoffs.
Not having Jedis and like other Star Wars spinoff shit. Because they're probably eventually gonna do a Yoda. They're probably eventually gonna do a bunch of shit. But
I mean, the thing about spinoff, obviously the pressure's not so much on because it's not part of the main saga and trilogy. So you get more of a pass. But they knocked it out the park, like with the action scenes and all that, like the whole whole vibe of the movie. They killed it, yeah.
The action, it was all good.
The whole end scene, the whole battle at the end was just incredible.
It ended so well, like that's oh my god.
The Vader part was just like over the top.
Nasty.
It was.
What did he say to his captain? He was like arrange a boarding party, like or something. He was, and then he just came down the hallway. Spoiler, and I'll stop there.
Leads right into episode 4. So it was just it was honestly one of my favorite Star Wars films, and it did not, like you said, didn't include any Jedi or anything. That's honestly one of
except
my favorite
for Darth Vader, I guess.
He's not a Jedi though, so
he was a Jedi though.
Yeah, but he's not. He's a Sith.
He's a Sith. Yeah, okay.
But 7, I'm not like I'll be the first to say it. I actually have never gone back to watch that movie again.
Really? And
Yeah,
neither have
that's
I.
just that's
Honestly, I
just
thought it
how
was.
that's just how bleh I just felt about it. It was just like, that
It
was
was
something.
awkward. That was a really awkward movie.
It
It didn't make sense.
I just didn't get the praise it was getting. It was literally just like episode 4 all over again. So
Yeah, they
they didn't
gave
do
it
much to
praise.
push the story
The
forward.
praise was because they emphasized uh, a black guy and a female possible Jedi instead of like the regular Jedi. So they were like trying
Outright.
to push it. I feel like they were forcing it on, and there were moments when like the what was the dude, little guy Sith man, like that fucking bitch that dude, what was that
Kylo
guy?
Ren.
Yeah, worst villain on Star Wars ever seen.
Yeah, it just wasn't well done.
That was
Nothing
trash.
about that was well
Honestly,
done. So
he was like the Sarah Palin of that fucking shit. Like it's like just like put it on and put him on and the whole campaign was over right after that. Like
so I mean, I'm just not so. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna see it regardless, but
yeah.
not that high up
I'm
on
just
my
not
list right now.
amped for it.
Honestly, I need to see a couple more trailers before I'm like really sold. So,
Yeah, I feel you on that.
but have you finished Game of Thrones? Have you caught up?
Nah, bro. I've been catching so many spoilers, but nah, you can go ahead and let the people know what's up, because I'm gonna take my time.
I mean, if you
I'm
haven't
far
finished,
behind. I'm far behind, so you can go
look,
ahead.
how far behind are you?
Way far behind. It doesn't even matter how far behind. I'm not gonna embarrass myself by letting the people know how far behind I am.
Well, then I don't know if I can say anything, because if I say something, it's gonna ruin so much shit. Like you have no idea. Like and honestly, like even saying one thing will just fuck
Hey,
up the whole
all I
build up.
know, all I can say is word on the street is shit is crazy, and I haven't seen people this hyped about Game of Thrones since like Game of Thrones came out. So
This season has actually been getting shit on by critics, because they're like complaining about the story and the pacing and blah blah blah. But like, I don't give a fuck. The
right,
spectacle of this season has been absolutely fucking incredible. Like after 6 seasons of build up, how much more build up do you fucking want? Like this
right,
is like there's 2 seasons left.
yeah,
I want to see shit go down, and that's exactly what they gave us.
right.
And it's been like literally the most incredible spectacle I've ever seen from a TV show, hands down.
That Game of Thrones life. Nah, man, I'm gonna
Hands
binge
down.
watch it soon. I just gotta give it some time. I almost low key want to wait for the next season to come out first.
I mean, it's coming out next year. Like you kind of
That's what
gotta,
I'm saying.
catch up, bro.
Hey, I did
Because
that with
they're
Breaking
gonna
Bad.
hit you with
That's
so
how
many
I handled
spoilers.
Breaking
Like,
Bad.
you know how hard is it for you to go through life, like right now, with people just like talking about Game of Thrones?
Bro, they talk about it like every other day.
So
You
like,
just can't
you
go
gotta
anywhere without
excuse
hearing
yourself from the
about
room,
Game
bro.
of Thrones. Everybody talks about it.
So I'm
And then
saying you gotta
like
like excuse yourself from the
I
room.
just
Dog.
look
Like
crazy. Yeah, you just look crazy. Like, oh, well, even though you don't know about it, everybody else in the room except you is gonna have a conversation. Like that's so. Hey, if you don't want to feel awkward in public places, you should probably catch up on Game of Thrones.
going to be hard, man. It's gotta be hard to live life and not being caught up on Game of Thrones for real, for real.
It's not too hard though.
It is, especially if you're trying to watch it. Like if you're trying to watch the show,
I feel
spoilers
you.
galore.
I know that.
Every episode's a spoiler, basically.
Man, I was trying
But
to watch a lot of shows and people kept spoiling them. Like I was trying
yeah,
to watch Power and then like people just spoil it the day like
look,
the day
I
after it came out. They just
I'm
so
pretty
and
good.
so.
I'm pretty good about it though. Like I haven't caught up on Power, and I just caught up on Game of Thrones. And it's I avoid them. Like I'm not on Twitter or
Word.
Facebook like that anyway. So it's like
So you are caught up on
I'm
Power.
never. No, not now. I'm still
Oh,
not. I only saw season
ooh,
one of Power.
oh, ding! Oh my God, the way this
I'm
season
way
is
behind.
wrapping up, that's crazy.
I'm way behind. I haven't even started season two, so I've been on
Oh,
my Game of
Doug,
Thrones. Yes. I'll tell you what
Doug,
else I've been watching though.
I
The
can't
Strain.
believe you.
I've
What?
watched it. I've been stuck on The Strain. I've been binging The Strain. You know
Okay.
what show I'm talking about?
Yeah, I haven't watched it though.
Guillermo del Toro's like little vampire.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty good, man. The
Is
story
it?
gets it's a little wonky, but there's some moments that are a little wonky. But like
Mm.
in terms of big like suspense and like action set pieces and like just he kills the character
Oh
creature
yeah,
designs like that
definitely.
shit's incredible on the show
It's
and
probably
like
like the highlight of
it
everything.
really is though honestly like but it's getting good like there's some I'll say this there's a kid I hate more than Joffrey now like legitimately hate this fucking kid
What?
more than any other TV character I've probably ever like
Are you
seen.
serious?
Hate this kid. No, I'm serious. Like, if you saw the show, you feel the same fucking way.
I don't know. There's a
Hate this
kid
kid.
on Power right now that I hate right now a lot. And if you were caught up on Power, you know which kid I'm talking about. But
Is it his son?
yeah,
I mean, that was an easy guess, but I'm
exactly.
just gonna say, like,
But I'm pissed at that little boy right now. Like,
I don't know.
I hate him right now.
I can't say who's worse because I haven't seen Power, but I'm gonna assume the shit that this kid did on the train is worse than what the fuck he did on Power. So
we'll see. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to catch up.
That's
on Power.
tough.
You're gonna
That's
have
hard
catch
to
up on a
say.
couple shows, bro.
But
You're gonna have there's literally like I'm gonna tell you how bad I hate this kid. I literally Googled this kid's name and like I was like I literally Googled I fucking hate what's his name Zach blah 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 the string on the string.
yeah.
See what pop up. And there's entire threads like on Reddit and shit dedicated to talking shit about this like character. Like it's that serious. It's that fucking serious.
Okay, well let me tell you this though. I have one to match that. Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club gave
I saw that
to Rick Donkey of the Day. He's a fictional character.
That's because he hasn't watched The Strain, though.
Yeah.
Motherfucker be getting Donkey of the Day.
He would have been capable of that.
Oh my
man.
God, what?
But I'm saying that's how mad he made us. Like that he had to get Donkey of the Day on some character in the television series shit.
Yeah, it's
It's a close comparison. I'll say. I hope to see this though. I gotta see it all to know. But you might be right.
yeah, you're gonna have to catch up on it because it's like fucking irritating as shit. Like, I just fucking hope this kid dies, bro. And I don't care how that sounds. I hope this little fucking bastard dies.
Oh man! Wow. Well, that's word to the writers. Dario said it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's not great. He's not greatly written though. He's not really though. Like, because it's based on books, and they just you know how TV shows are. They speed through a lot of shit in movies. They speed through a lot of shit that are in books.
Oh yeah.
So you don't get a lot of like, character development
Like
you
the
might get in the
Dark
books. So
Tower?
they kind of they definitely sped his shit up, and it's not very. He's not a
Yeah.
well written character at all. He's just I just fucking hate this kid. Like, and that makes it even worse because they don't develop him at all. So it's like, yeah. But anyways, another show I just finished was Defenders.
Oh, you finished it? Wait, did I finish it?
I binged it.
I think I finished it.
So it was that forgettable, huh?
Right now, off the top of my head, I'm like, how did they end that? I'm like, wait, something with the hand. Okay. They were the underground, the whole. I'm trying to remember the whole end. I'm like, what was the ending?
Look, my reaction's not out yet, but it might be out by the time this goes up. But it's it was that forgettable for me.
Yeah.
Like that shit was boring as fuck. Like I'm reading reviews and like it's getting like good fucking reviews from people. And I'm thinking like, are we watching the same shit? 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit sucked, bro. Like,
You know what the problem was?
look, it didn't suck Iron Fist level, but it fucking sucked.
Iron Fist. I was just about to say the problem was the Iron Fist.
Oh, he fucking sucks.
That was the whole problem.
Sucks.
Was that series
Sucks.
and that actor and him having to be the focal point of the Defender series.
The story.
It was just
yeah,
like,
he fucking sucks.
man, you guys really didn't do this one right.
Like, he's terrible. Why did they fucking pick him as Iron Fist?
It was crazy because
He
Jessica
can't even
Jones
fight.
looked more impressive than Iron Fist did.
What's so
in
annoying is
Defenders.
he can't even fight. He's supposed to be like the world's greatest martial
The
artist.
world's
He
greatest
gets his
martial
ass
artist
whooped all the fucking time.
to defend. Like how can you get caught every time you fight like a bunch of people? Like or get like come on, bro. It's like you barely wash
He's
anybody.
so
You're the
fucking
Iron Fist, but you
annoying,
can't
bro.
wash anybody. Like come on, bro.
Super whiny,
Right.
super just annoying as fuck. Like,
And my first criticism when I saw it was like, okay, they're rolling this out, but they know this is the exact same storyline as Arrow. And I was like, if your white boy's not as good as Arrow, then your story's gonna be trash. Like everybody already knows about the Arrow. Okay, one was a boat,
Arrow's
one was a
beast.
plane, you know, but it's a private boat, private plane crashes. You know, they both learned martial arts and like, you know, they're a
we
spiritual.
already talked about this though. Like, that they love these stories. Like, it's the same character. All of them are like all the same. Some rich guy
Yeah.
has a tragedy as a child or when they're older, and then like gets shit taken away, and then somehow they fucking learn some powers or like or some crazy martial arts and comes back to save the day. It's fucking cliche as fuck.
Yeah.
But that's not the problem. The problem is he fucking sucks
He's
as
trash.
an actor,
He's trash.
and he can't fight.
Yeah.
So like the cinematography and the fight scenes were garbage.
Yeah, his
I was so
fighting
pissed.
stance looked so trash. Every time he did anything fight related, it was so unbelievable. It was like
I feel like the only real fighter on that show that I enjoy watching is Daredevil.
yeah. Oh man, his fights were dope. Him and Elektra,
His
that was
fights are
the
hella
highlight.
dope.
Him and Elektra were probably the best part.
Luke Cage, I'm kind of cooling off of because he doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he was
like-
like standing there swinging like a big stump
He's
of
got all
arms.
this. All he like his biggest things he does is like stand in front of bullets
Yep,
for them, and I'm just
and
like,
break down the door.
look, there's a lot of problems with the Defenders. For one, they rushed the hell out of it.
Yeah,
8 episodes, and how quickly they made them was just like I knew it was kind of going to be bad.
yeah.
And then they have some character issues. Like some of them are just not that fucking interesting. And then the villains are terrible. Like the Hand is not even like a threat. Like they
Yeah.
get beat so
They're
easily.
so small.
It's
I was like, how
joke,
did the
like,
Hand? And I was like, what? I was so that was stupid. That was ridiculous. I couldn't believe.
like literally they do something, the Defenders show up, and then they fucking run away.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like it's literally
Arrow is way better than that shit.
some of the worst. They wasted Sigourney Weaver, completely wasted her. in
Oh
that
my
role.
god! Right? How you just gonna
What a it was
like
just-
when I
there's a
thought
lot
she
of
was gonna
issues.
turn up, they ended her role. And I was like, well,
And-
that's not smart. I always said was like, well, that's kind of not smart. Like she was like clutch.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for everyone who has seen it, but it's just not a good pick for her.
Right.
They ruined another villain. They're not interesting characters outside of Daredevil. Even his whole I'm conflicted, I don't know if I'm gonna be Daredevil started to get fucking old.
Yeah.
You're fucking Daredevil.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
No, you are. Like
When his
got a little
fucking lawyer partner gave him the bag, I was like, motherfucker, this is the most cheesiest shit of all time.
Yeah.
I was like, I get that you're putting the fucking comic book shit in there, but I'm like, y'all haven't done that for like a minute in this whole shit. Like, why are you throwing it
it's
in
not
here?
earned. They just he gets to a point where he accepts it and then they go back and I don't want to do it and then they go back. Like it's little
Yeah.
And then Jessica Jones, like her whole nonchalantness gets a little annoying, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like she just comes in the clutch when we haven't seen you for like a minute.
But honestly, the biggest issue is that it's a show about four people who kick and punch shit to varying degrees.
Yeah.
And it's not even fun to watch them kick and punch shit.
Right. Yeah. Like they're the weakest
That's literally
superheroes of
what they
all
do.
time, but they do have superpowers. And
It was a disappointment. That was
the
disappointing.
Iron Fist was
Iron
supposed to
Fist
be
was
the
disappointing.
most powerful of these weakest superheroes,
Yeah,
and
no.
he
Luke
was
Cage
weak as fuck.
was even disappointing. At this point, I can't wait for the Punisher, bro.
Dog, that's what I was saying. I told somebody I know who works at Marvel. I was like, yo, as a fan, we were mad that y'all rushed Iron Fist and just to roll out the Defenders, that was super rushed when we were anticipating the Punisher way more than that. And like, and then you just
Yeah.
like conclude. See, and now I'm about to spoil some shit, but I'm just,
Yeah, let's play it.
But yeah, basically, there's just things that you guys are doing in the arc that, like, timeline wise, would have made more sense if you did the Punisher first.
Look, all I'm saying, if they do the Defenders again, do not do these four characters as the main heroes. Get some new heroes. I honestly don't want to see a standalone Iron Fist again. I don't even really want to see a standalone Luke Cage, honestly, like, to be honest with you. In the comic books, they're
That
partners.
was such a
and
long
honestly,
series.
when they were together, that was probably the most interesting they were when they were together, bouncing off each other. So I'd rather see them do their Heroes for Hire thing than see a standalone from either one of them.
Right.
Daredevil. I love Daredevil, so I'll watch another season. They just gotta pick a new fucking villain. The Hand is getting old. They're done. Go somewhere else. And the Punisher, I cannot wait for the fucking Punisher. I can't wait till he comes and just fuck shit up. Like,
Seriously. The Punisher.
after watching the Daredevil season 2,
Bro,
I'm like,
my
so
favorite episode.
that
He's
is
the only
Punisher.
reason season 2 of Daredevil was good.
It was incredible because he was fucking amazing in that.
The most savage. Oh my god. I've never seen.
That actor, I always forget his name, but he's a monster in every role he gets like that. He absolutely destroys. He killed Shane and Walking Dead, like, and now he just absolutely owned the Punisher. So I'm ready for that. One. So Marvel, listen to me. Stop with Iron Fist solo. Stop with Luke Cage solo. Team them up. Focus on the Punisher. And bring in some new heroes. It might just be time to just switch shit up, bro, because nobody was feeling this Defenders that are really like the fans. Shit was boring, bro.
It was. You heard it. That was the truth. That was all truth. So, I mean, it would probably help. Everything he just said would help you guys. Because, fuck, your shit is really boring. I thought Jessica Jones was boring, but I thought her parts in Defenders were actually exciting. And the Defenders was boring as fuck. Like, I was just, I'm upset with you guys' everything choices right now.
Started out so strong and then just been so disappointing.
Right.
But you know what else comes out this weekend?
Nah. Ooh, it. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a little torn. I'm a little ambivalent about it.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I have to.
I'm just like, what are they?
I hear it might be a 2-parter.
Really?
I mean, the book is legitimately like over 1,000 pages.
Yeah. See, I don't know. That would be cool though. That would be cool. The It story is really deep because it's like one of Stephen
Super
King's
deep
universe.
It's like one of the core pillars of his universe.
Yeah. So like that's why it would be dope. But like I don't know, like the stuff I would like to have it connect, I can't expect for it to, because I'm not sure if it's like more for like just to revitalize it for the new generation, or like, because there's a thing with that. Dark Tower didn't do so well opening wise, and
I actually haven't seen Dark Tower yet, but I heard it was kind of a by the numbers action type of flick.
yeah, yeah, I gotta watch it too. I missed it, but based on what I've heard, I shouldn't have high expectations.
Expectations, yeah. I hear it was good. I heard it wasn't like terrible. It just wasn't enough of like the story and like the lore.
I mean, in the books, it's like 8 books of a series, and they made one movie. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why would you ever do that?
Well, their plan was to make a movie and then do a TV show for it.
What they should have done was one thing that was probably a one season fucking like mini,
Well,
miniseries.
granted, The Dark Tower is hard as fuck to adapt to form film and TV.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely
they tried. I have to watch it before I give my actual opinion about it. But I'm not surprised that as more and more trailers I saw, I kind of saw it was going a more generic route than necessarily special. So I wasn't that surprised. But I don't know, dog. The trailer looks impressive, man.
it looks impressive, but I don't know. There were just different qualities about it already that I'm not sure about. That already made me wonder. Just the way the clown looks is completely like, one's more like obviously sinister. Like the other, it could like lure the kids in without necessarily having to be hidden and shit like that.
You haven't necessarily seen like the scene
the
where
extra trailer.
They released a scene where he's talking to what's this kid's name? The kid's name. His brother Georgie. He's talking to him in the sewer, and he's not just straight up sinister, bro. Like he's creepy, but he's not straight up sinister. Like he's actually got some like comical to him. So like it's not like just straight up horror.
Yeah,
he plays it. In that scene, he played it pretty well. Like, so that's why I'm kind of up on it, because it's not like he went straight, oh, I'm a monster. Got evil intentions. He like played it up. I only saw
the first trailer, so
yeah, this specific scene where it's a pretty important scene where because he has to lure the kids in, so like he has to appeal to the kids. So like, and he did it like in this scene. So like, I'm skeptically like optimistic about it.
Yeah, right. You want it to be dope, but you don't want to say that it's gonna be dope. Yeah.
Because if you go back and watch the original, it does not hold up like at all.
Oh yeah. No, the original was like good to a point.
Well, the original was a miniseries. If you remember, the original was originally a miniseries, TV miniseries. And it was just not, obviously they couldn't do as much dark shit as the book actually has. So
that when it was made, it wasn't. Audiences are a little bit more open nowadays, basically.
I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to check it, opening weekend. But for those of you who do go check it this opening weekend, let me know what you think about it. If it's worth my time to go see it. You're happy about it, disappointed. I'm sure you will all be very vocal about your opinions, especially with this type of film. It's kind of like an iconic film at this point. So
right.
I'm interested though. I'm interested.
No, I'm definitely interested. I'm not gonna fully shit on it. It's definitely an exciting movie to come out, for sure. So yeah,
Go see it this weekend. Let us know what you think. Stephen King, possibly my favorite author ever. So yeah, I'm excited. So all this DACA shit, man, is New York just going crazy right now?
There's too much going on in New York, man. I don't even know. There's always something new every day. You just walk outside and it's like, oh, that's new. Just new news. New Yorkers just walk by it. They don't even know what's happening. Like, there's just too much going on, man.
Yeah, it's got to be going crazy right now. That's all I'm seeing in the news is this stack of shit that Trump just pulled. So,
Well, I haven't even been keeping up. Somebody was trying to tell me the info, and I was like, I wasn't in the mood to hear
basically,
it.
he's ending the Dreamers program.
Oh, that's what they were
Basically,
talking
he's setting out to end everything that Obama put in place. So he's ending the Dreamers program that was put in, for immigrants that were brought here when they were illegal immigrants that were brought here when they were like really young, like little kids.
Right.
Being allowed to stay and work as long as they're like productive people of society. So he's like ending that. So it's
That's right. Which is weird because, like, that's like a lot of fucking people here.
and
Like,
it's going to be interesting, man. Like,
wow. Yeah. Every time something, I don't understand, man. That dude, our president in the United States.
I mean, it's simple. He's looking for wins that he can give to his base of people. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck about everybody else right now. Like he's getting hammered like crazy on shit. So
Right.
he's trying to give his base of people wins to say, look, I'm doing what I said I would do. That's all he's doing.
Right. Yeah, bit by
Is
bit.
that good for us?
Fucking
Fuck
shit
no.
up.
But is that good for the country? I personally don't fucking think so. But whatever. Like he's a special one. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah. Real special.
Last thing I wanted to talk about, man. What'd you think about that fight?
Which one?
Mayweather McGregor.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying which one because I was really hyped about the John Bones Jones fight. But man,
I'm no longer hyped about John Bones Jones.
well, anyways, the Floyd Mayweather fight, obvious, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of. It was probably as entertaining as I could have hoped for.
Yeah, it
And
was about the top most entertaining as you could expect.
yeah, I mean, for anyone who was like betting on McGregor, you should have listened to everyone who said that wasn't gonna happen because it's not smart. Because
Yeah, he's a
what
fucking
the fuck are you
professional
saying?
boxer since he was 4.
Like, if anyone watched the fight, all the people who are like sucking cock, telling McGregor that he like did a really good job and blah blah blah, like that fight could have been stopped just based on all the dumbass illegal shit he kept doing that like the ref just let him do. Like he kept MMA jumping but like to the side of Floyd to hit him on the side of the head, like on the side back, like, and he kept like wrapping him up, like he kept grabbing him on an arm to like give him like, in boxing there are no rabbit punches, but you can do that in the UFC with your elbow. You can rabbit punch with your elbow and shit. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like so like he just like had no boxing instincts at all. Like his stance was fucking mixed martial arts, and all he was doing was giving away his reach. Like it was ridiculous. Like Floyd didn't have to move half the time because all you did was keep your arm out. Like your little jabs were like hardly any power, and the power punches you did, you just like were punching in the guard. So like, whatever. I don't even care. I was just like, it was a fight to watch. Is all I could say.
It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
It went about as good as I thought it would go, as entertainment wise, but it went exactly how I thought it would go. People are like, "Oh, he won rounds. He won 4 of the first 3 more rounds." I was like, Mayweather threw like 28 punches combined through 3 first rounds. Like, he literally was not trying to fight
Yeah,
right
he was
now.
like just
Like, he was literally letting him swing himself out.
exactly.
He was carrying him, basically. He carried the fight. Like, he allowed that. Like, first of all, Mayweather never fights like that.
Oh yeah,
He's a counter puncher.
exactly.
He goes into his Philly shell. And if he didn't want to get hit, he wouldn't have got fucking hit. Like,
Exactly.
he was walking straight
People were
forward.
like, oh, they thought he was gonna get. I was like, nah.
He was walking straight forward at him the entire time.
Every time he got hit, or
like,
people thought he got hit, he just walked straight at him. I was like, okay.
I just don't understand why people are so hyped about McGregor. Because if he fought a real boxer, like, a real boxer.
If he fought
like
somebody younger that was hungry,
young knockout
who
artist,
wasn't
like,
already retired,
one of them, it would be fucking over.
Floyd was already retired, and he didn't have shit to prove. He was already basically pound for pound the greatest boxer of all time. So he didn't give a fuck.
I'm just saying, McGregor is bigger, stronger, taller, longer.
Yeah.
And he got walked down by a 40-year-old guy who hasn't boxed professionally in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, was backing up the entire fight.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why people are so hyped about it.
Right.
Like, I just don't get it.
It was the first time. There was no UFC. They wanted to see. They were like, oh, a UFC fighter could transition easily into boxing because
they just gassed themselves up into paying $100 for a pay-per-view, and
I think what it was for was I think
fuckload of money.
There was one important thing. What I'll say is Floyd Mayweather did something important for his legacy with that. That is
he just passed $1 billion.
Now, aside from money, what he did was
passed $1 billion.
No, the important thing is Floyd Mayweather at the end of the day was what? What did he get his money for? What's he been doing his whole life? Boxing, right? So basically, he brought more money to the boxing world because he's going to keep promoting boxing by beating a UFC fighter and stopping the talk. Because there is conversation about people. The UFC being better than boxing is a large conversation. So for Floyd Mayweather to do something like that,
2 different styles.
It's an easy conversation. It's like it's nice that he. I'm just saying that is nice for boxing. That's good for boxing.
Would you watch another McGregor fight
in boxing? I would never watch Floyd. Yeah. I would never watch McGregor box again. I'm saying Floyd Mayweather beating UFC artist. I wouldn't want to watch any UFC fighter box. Really.
Well, if you think that's the last time you're about to get a UFC boxer fight,
it won't be.
You're crazy. He just made $100 million in one night. He ain't seeing that in the UFC, and neither is any other fighter.
Nobody's going to see that in UFC for probably another
ever.
9 to
UFC owns their fighters.
I know that, but okay, we'll say in UFC. I won't say in mixed martial arts. So.
I'm gonna say that because their careers are much shorter. They get fucking knocked out. Like, they have their runs, and then they just, once that chin goes, it's a wrap.
That's why it's too bad about John Jones.
Man, I'm
if he didn't fuck up,
look, fuck John Jones. That's like, are you shitting me, bro? Like, so hyped.
It's upsetting.
I was like, fuck yeah, he's
upsetting.
back. About to go on another run. About to see what he can really, really do.
Yeah.
And then fucking popped for steroids after 2 years of already out? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever. You can't say dick pills again. You already used that one.
There's way too much speculation.
Yeah, at this point it's over. Like, he ruined this shit.
It's
like,
over. It's a wrap.
Even if he gets cleared, it's just like, people don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit anymore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's not happening. Like, Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor both did the same testing their whole time. And nothing, like, that was the bigger fight. And Floyd Mayweather's never been part of that consistent of a drug test, like, curriculum. So, like, to be a world-class athlete, that shouldn't happen once, let alone twice. With anything, like, what are you putting in your body You should know every little thing that's in your body, and
And I do. I'm a professional
yeah,
athlete, and I fucking know everything I put in my goddamn body. That's the dumbest shit
right,
in the world. Like people who just say they don't know what they took is either they're fucking idiots, or they have terrible people around them, or they're just fucking lying straight up,
right.
straight up. And the fact that it's even worse because he doesn't fucking need the steroids because he's the best fucking fighter probably to ever fucking step into the octagon.
For real.
And
Yeah.
you're still taking steroids. You're a fucking idiot. And I don't give a shit anymore. It's just like, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. It kind of fucked up UFC for me because, like, there's not that many
You know, it did.
fighters
That
I
ruined it
wanna
for
watch,
me.
bro.
I was just getting back into it, and then I was like, well, looks like I don't give a fuck anymore.
Like,
It's like, because I
that's
really
it.
don't like McGregor at all. Like,
Nah, not really, bro.
I don't. So, like, I'm not going to watch his fights in the UFC
The only
either.
only fight I'll, like, actively watch for now is, like, if it's a Diaz McGregor 3. Like, that's the only one I want to see again.
Isn't that the next one, though?
It's not set in stone.
Is
Diaz
it
wants
coming
20
in
mil.
November or December?
Diaz not. They ain't signed no contract. Diaz wants 20 million.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm dead ass. And McGregor said Diaz needs
Oh
to come
my
down to like
God.
155 or some shit like that.
Diaz. All right, I could see that though, because this would be his probably last big
Shit,
payday.
this would be
Unless
his
he
biggest
wins.
fight ever.
But if he wins though,
and think about it, it's the biggest fight ever. It's 1-1. People want to see it, so he could easily make 20 million off this fight.
yeah.
Everybody wants to see this third one because
Of
even the
course.
second one was like he didn't win like hands down.
No, yeah, that shit was close. That
Was like a fucking battle, bro. Like,
yeah. So
and then that first one, I'm not gonna lie, I just fucking enjoy watching him get choked out because all these bitch ass McGregor fans piss me off. But
hell yeah.
I definitely need to see that third one. If this their third one, I'm back in it. But right now, I'm off it. Especially with John Jones, man, I'm off it. He fucked it up for a lot of people.
Hell yeah, he did. A lot of people.
Everybody was back on it when he was like John
Like,
Jones
look
is back.
what-
Everybody was back on it.
Look what he did to Daniel Cormier's career.
Yeah.
Daniel Cormier's career will never escape John Jones being
I
mentioned.
mean, what's fucked up now is that it's
And
gonna
every time
affect
he's
every
lost-
win he's got now.
That's such a fucked up thing. That's so fucked up. Like for Daniel Cormier to have only lost to a guy who basically is a habitual fuck up and like
Habitual.
Yeah, like it's in his fucking everything. He just fucks up every few months. It's like he just can't. Like there's probably some shit he fucked up on that the public didn't hear. But yeah, whatever. John Jones, we're done off that. He fucked up the UFC. I don't know when I'm going to watch any other fights. I was going to bars, talking to people, trying to get people excited about it. No one's getting excited about it anymore.
Yeah, nah, he fucked it up for everybody. But oh well.
All right.
I'm off you, John. I don't even know who I'm watching now. Oh yeah. Canelo, Triple G. That's the next fight. Like I'm on that one. Period.
Ooh, that Triple
Definitely on that
G.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely on that one. But yeah.
Word.
I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
So we're back. Thanks for checking us out. Let us know what you thought of the topics we talked about. If you have any suggestions, comments, questions, you can find us in the contact page on our website, livinglyfearless.co or .com. And be back for next episode. We're back, baby.
We're back. Until next time, stay living life fearless.
Peace.
Peace.